election is finally here. After more than a year of often bitter divides in the state, voters will decide today if they agree with the path taken by Governor Walker.
Or do they want a change with Tom Barrett? Nick Montes is live in Wauwatosa right now with more. Good morning to you, Nick.
Yeah, good morning. Voters started to arrive about 20 minutes ago or so. I had a chance to speak to one man, and he tells me that education is a key factor for him in this recall election, a historic election here. And many people vote for different reasons. And as you mentioned, the Government Accountability Board projects about 65% of eligible voters could go to the polls today. That's about 2.8 million people in Wisconsin. A little more than 30% turned out for the recall primary in May. We can compare that to the first race between Mayor Tom Barrett and Governor Scott Walker in 2010, where nearly 50% of eligible voters went to the polls. Now, the latest polls show a tight race. A public policy poll released Monday shows Barrett closing the gap, but Walker still leading 50 to 47. That's a left-leaning poll, but a Marquette University Law School poll showed Walker leading 52 to 45. That poll released last week, and I can tell you that voters are pretty hyped about this election, even tweeting us and Facebooking, sending messages to us that they're lining up at the polls as early as 3 this morning. So a lot of people really hyped up for this election. On your side in Wauwatosa, Nick Montes for today's TMJ4.
All right, Nick, thanks very much. And here's what else you need to know for voting tomorrow.
The polls
today.
The polls open at 7 a.m., so in just about 10 minutes, and they are open until 8 p.m. If you're in line at 8 p.m., you will be allowed to vote. You do not need a photo ID to vote. If you are registering today, remember to take a utility bill or something else that proves you've lived in Wisconsin for at least 28 days. Again, polls open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. No other Wisconsin governor has faced a recall election. Today's election is the first of its kind in Wisconsin. Only 2 other governors have been recalled in the nation's history. Wisconsin is one of only 19 states that allow recall elections for state officials.